again, we've seen this not contributing ways that's necessary. But then when you go to get that connected with
kutafuta mama wa triplets akamkosa.
bureaucracy,
Mama kuna triplets.
also the status of the household. A lot of developers say just
Alikuwa ana seek financial assistance.
up to available for us. Make sure that your rate, let's say something.
Sio sura nikanishaona.
What's happening around there?
Huko Max, huko mashara. Unaona? Sio ndio.
Somoni from Biblia Usema Broadcasting and Biblia Usema Broadcasting. Yes. I have two questions. One pertaining to the closest we have to affordable housing.
Sasa ndio alafu ndio shara.
And when you look at high rise, the most prospering business apart from food is water and honeysuckers. This is because the infrastructure there was not considered, and most of the people who would want to buy this affordable housing units are questioning, will I buy this unit and live in a place where I still buy water?
Ama ni vile unajua kuna mwanaiza mabrothers za nini?
Wakienda Nyayo kufanya tu hivi kwa nje. Ile siku ya mashemeji. Sasa wasaidieni. Wanafanya tu wakienda Nyayo. Walikuwa kwa hiyo barabara.
Kuna mwingine sana ndio hiyo ndio tunasema TikTok inafanya.
Basi ndio nilikuwa TikTok si ndio nimefungwa nayo ya kwanza umenitoa TikTok.
Sinajua ilikuwa TikTok. Sasa mimi nakufungulia link.
Unaona ndio TikTok. Hapo ndo nimetoka. So unaona hakuna TikTok. Hapo ndo nimetoka kufanya TikTok hii.
Thank you very much. Very good questions. Chumtai, social housing, New York, subsidized for rental. Our plan, 91% of Kenyans in Nairobi, they rent today. 91%, that's our statistical in 2017, so I'm sure it's probably more. Our plan is to subsidize the rent, but through a rent-to-own structure. Okay? That is our plan. And that is why we are saying you will get a home for 5,000 shillings. You will get a home for 10,000 shillings under the affordable housing program at 15,000 shillings. If you're in the social housing, you will pay 2,500 for one-roomed house. You will pay 4,500 for a two-roomed house. And you will pay 6,500 for a three-room house. But that house, you will rent and you will own. The question that we get is, why own? And we ask the question, do Kenyans rent because they like to rent or they rent because they cannot afford to own? And as I said, it's a dialogue, and I'm sure you have the answer. 2 billion. First of all, the 1.5 we never collected, so that's the first fact. The 2 billion that was slightly less, that's what I talked about, 1.8 billion, is still in our bank account at KCB. It is still available, and the people who saved there, because the criteria for allocation, because I'm surprised nobody has asked, it is what we call fast past the gate. What is fast past the gate? One, you must pay, you must have raised 10% deposit for that unit. Number two, there is, you must go to Boma Yangu and you must fill in the certain information that we need. And luckily with the e-citizen, I don't need to ask for your marriage certificate, I don't need to ask for your birth certificate, because all those things we now are going to integrate with them. So you just register and then you start saving. *823#. That is the beginning of that journey. So those who have that 2.2 billion, and it is their money, that is voluntary. Okay? Majority of them have said, I don't want to take that money out Because now that I see Starehe is coming up, I want to be fast past the gate. Okay. What has been launched? We can provide you.
This non-stick baking plate releases your roti or chapati with ease, giving perfection to your crust. It combines fast and energy-efficient characteristics for perfect results in record time. So no more hustling when making.
Even when we say 200,000, we are saying we will start 200,000 projects, units.
This non-stick baking plate releases your roti or chapati with ease, giving perfection to your crust. It combines fast and energy-efficient characteristics for perfect results in record time. So no more hustling when making your roti or chapati. Its versatility allows you to use it to grill, fry, or keep your food warm. To control overheating, open and close the lid from time to time to prevent burning of chapatis.
Can I get it?
This now.
Yes. There is construction that is already going on. So already, please, and we are telling you, just start the journey today. Go and star 832 hash, start saving your money, and as soon as those units are complete, and continue saving. And remember, the 1,000 is the minimum, or the 2,500, that's the minimum. The more you save, the more it means when the deposit is required, you will have it. So we're just saying, put the kidogo ile amount, which is our off-take plan, but please save as much as possible. Imagine Moshiri, NTV, I have no clue about what you've spoken about. That is a private project. I do not have any information I've heard from you for the first time. So allow me not to comment on something that I have no idea about. Thank you. Jim Bogo, I know you interviewed me once. I think you were at K24 then. Good. KCC. In the Jubilee government, our plan was 500,000 homes at an average of about 2 million plus. It was coming to that 1.4 trillion shillings. Now, with Kenya Kwanza, our plan is 1 million units in the next 5 years. So just double that and add a little bit of a factor. Because when we were doing that, steel was still very low. Now it has gone up. But we're doing it via PPP. So it is, we're not borrowing the money. We're not borrowing the money. We are doing what you do every other place. We changa, and we buy, we build these houses, and we get other people to bring their money to build. Please don't forget about that, because this will attract foreign money to come into this country. And please, you don't need to be an economist to understand this. This is common sense economics. Ingine ni story too. Regulating rental charges. There is a landlord and tenants bill that is before Parliament. It was sent back out. It addresses some of these issues about the regulation of tenants. So it is still a bill, and we hope, because now there is goodwill, it's one of the bills that we can be able to get completed. 7 years, very good question. What happens? You see, if you have not retired, 7 years is an event where you can opt to take out your money. You can opt to transfer that money to your pension. You can opt to transfer that money to your kijana or your msichana. You can even bequeath it to your house help, because it is absolutely your money. But if you have not yet retired, but you have an exit at that point, okay. So you contribute a okay, I think you asked about when it comes to yes, you collect, okay, yes, collection of your money, so you want to exit. So first of all, let's put some context into place. Number one, it is our desire that you get a unit as opposed to getting that money back. Why? Because even if you own a home today, as I said, and you get a unit that is 60% discounted, it is good investment decision. So, but if you have to take it out, let me put context to you. 2,500 a month in 7 years is only 210,000. That's what I need to pay you in 7 years. 210,000. So it's not millions that you'll have saved. It's 210. For average Kenyan, who is going to be 21,000 shillings and below, that is 84,000. Okay? So, and that's why we are saying let's put context. You see, 210 that you want to take out in that place versus getting a unit that is 60% subsidized. The idea is to incentivize you to get it. But however, if you want to get it out, you will get out your portion. The employer portion stays in. Because the employer portion is the one that protects the capital of the fund. So that if now there are obligations for the fund, we are supposed to keep those that kind of money. But after 14 years, you can now exit your employer portion as well, or if you die. But if you die or retire, you get both. The employer portion and your portion. But if you want to exit, at the very least, I give you back what you saved. Zero rate. What is it? Yeah, so we have zero rated VAT. That's the most expensive issue that we have because VAT in our sector is a real cost. And I said, railway development levy, income, what do you call this, import declaration, whatever, is also lower. And also, when for the developer, and maybe some of you are developers, if you develop 100 units and below, you pay tax at 15% as opposed to 30%. Elvis, so closest to AHB is high rise. That's what you're saying. But I say no. The closest to AHB is Park Road. Please, I have just given you the details about Park Road. Hapo high rise, hawana fiber huko ndani. Huko Park Road, huyo shusha anaishi mahali kuna park. Kuna CCTV, akona maji ndani ya nyumba. They have boreholes, plus they have electricity, they have emergency generator. My friend, you don't associate those things, amenities, with those kind of houses. Please, let's use the right base to compare. And you put a very good point, which I forgot to say. You will pay service charge. Let me tell you, service charge is important because that is your house. You see, the conversation is owners versus rental. That house, you need to take care of it. So service, you will form your own body corporate. Hiyo Park Road body corporate, ile ingine Starehe body corporate. Nyinyi wenyewe, you will have to pay service charge so that you are able to maintain those lifts. Otherwise, my friend, utaenda 18 floors na back. Muli, spot on. The resistance. And let me tell you, and that is why I am so happy to be having this conversation with yourselves. And after this, we are hitting the ground so hard because we believe, and you can see, that this is a very difficult job, by the way, let me tell you. It's very difficult. To get this thing off the ground is very difficult. You must be a believer in this thing. And our president is a believer in this. That's why his DNA is housing. It's because he knows what we need to do. But let me tell you, we have a good product. What I have shown you here in this detail, this is a good product where you are told instead of paying 7.6, pay 3. Instead of paying 15% interest, pay 5. Instead of paying 10 years and you pay 111,000, pay 19,000. It is a good plan. Our biggest challenge, and this is where, because you are Kenyans too, and I know majority of you here, and I wish that you in the fourth estate could be the first people that buy these houses because you become better evangelists on our behalf. And you're Kenyans too. So let me tell you what we need. We need to do is, yes, please, let's disagree where we have to disagree. But let's not beat this thing so hard that you want to have it fail. Because if it fails, we have not sorted out the economics of the country. We have not sorted out the housing issue. We have not sorted out the urbanization issue. So this is a conversation that we should be able to look at each other in the eyes and say, watu wanatapeni shilingi 1,000. Hiyo mimi nimekubali. Wacha niweke hiyo 1,000 if you're going to guarantee me we're going to stop these slums from coming up. If I'm going to have a decent home. So, our biggest challenge as government, wacha niwaambie secret, is that there's so many good things that we do. We have no good capacity to be able to tell the public about it. And so we get defined by the bad ones. Ile sukari sijui ilikuwa ilifanya nini? Sasa hivi watu wengi wanafikiria mambo ya sukari ambayo sijui ilikuwa ime nini. That's what you think. Government is synonymous to scandals. But there's so many good things that we are doing. And that's why, please, if you believe the plan is good, we want you to also become our ambassadors. We are going to do serious public participation everywhere in this country, in every channel, so that the resistance can go down. After that interview on Spice FM, I can tell you, a lot of people said, I understand. After Hussein said it's 2,500, pressure ikakuja chini. When the president explained to the Kenya Kwanza MPs yesterday, it is only 2,500 maximum. Pressure ikaisha kwa sababu walikuwa nadhani watakatwa 300,000. So let's communicate and assist us and accuracy. Thank you.
Why should you prioritize on the issue of housing now when we have other issues that are really affecting Kenyans? Let's talk about health issues. We have many youth who are really unemployed in the country, and also the taxation is really high. Why do you want to provide houses to the people who are unemployed and people who have health issues, and also the health sector in the country is really not okay?
My name is Mr. Sabu. Radio Mayenda, KBC. My first, I have three questions. One, what factors did the government consider to arrive at 3%? And I will treat this more or less like state deductions. We have institutions or companies or government departments that do not remit state deductions in time. So you target to raise 1 billion every month, and there are so many institutions that may not comply with this. What will the government do with that? Second question is on how will the titling challenges at the Ministry of Land be addressed to ensure speedy sectional titling of the paid units in this program? Final question. What coordination opportunities exist between the State Department of Housing and Urban Development and National Housing Corporation in terms of decision making and management of the housing fund and its implementation?
Graham, I didn't understand. I would like to understand what effect will this fund have in the expansion of the mortgage market, and particularly also dealing with the role of Kenyan mortgage lenders. As well as what
mathematics, mathematics. Which one? Okay, both. Now, I've just said, Ezra, that when you start the construction, the houses that we are starting in Starehe, will only be complete. The 6,700 will only be complete in 3 to 4 years' time. Okay? So the obligation to pay, remember, the offtake model is the investor brings in their money, they build with their own money, then they give us keys, we pay them. And then through Boma Yangu, Kenyans are electing and they're saving money. Okay? So that's number one. So in 3 years' time, this fund will have collected a lot of money. Okay? This fund will have collected a lot of money. But remember, even where we exit the developer, people start paying. They're not no longer paying 1,000. Remember, the 1,000 is the offtake money, isn't it? Now you start to pay for your tenant purchase. So now you've started to pay 5,000. You started to pay 10,000. You started to pay 15,000. That's one way. Ultimately, what we will do, and I don't want to get technical, I really fear that this, what we shall do, we are using the capital markets to recycle our money. So, if you need more details, come and but hiyo inaweza kuwa kidogo, alafu nimeona tumeenda vizuri, alafu sasa nasema use sasa jamaa amechoma. Interest rate is silent, and the reason why interest rate is silent is because the minute you give guaranteed interest rate, I don't know where you get the guaranteed interest rate, okay? You create an obligation which is almost like a debt, okay? So even when you join these money markets where you're for unit trust, they don't give you a guaranteed return, okay? But they keep on reporting and telling you this is how our fund is performing and so on and so forth. I think every month they show you which fund is doing well or not doing well, all right? Okay? That is the similar principle. What we can talk about is what is our target interest rate, and we can give you that. Our target interest rate is 7%. Okay, that is our target interest rate, and we can achieve it because this money, 9 billion a month, that I only need to pay in 4 years' time, is not going to stay in a simple deposit account. We are going to invest it. We're going to invest your money, and please, this is very important because nobody has asked about the fund governance. The fund, and very important, this money is not GOK money. Please, this is not GOK money. This money will never see the consolidated fund because this is members' money. That's what I told you. Please, it's not different from Masako or Chama. So, is it pesa ya serikali? Because you don't work. Unafanya kazi serikali. So if I deduct you and it goes into that account, what is it doing in Serikali? The only thing Serikali is doing, first of all, is because I'm the biggest employer. Okay? So, to go up on Dani, we are also the ones that set laws and rules. Okay? For this Chama. But then, that money will never see, Hinga will never see that money. Because it is sitting with someone who is called a custodial bank. And that money can never be released. Fuel imeenda juu, si tuchukue kidogo huko ili to subsidize. It will never happen because it is not GOK money. Please, this is very, very important. Number two, the people who make the investment decision is not Hinga. Today, the fund that is there has a fund manager. They are the ones who do what is called capital allocation. They decide how much money do we need in long term, how much do we need in the near short term, and how much money do we need next week. And they allocate capital. Number three, there is an independent administrator. That is the person who is going to be giving you your statement. And because you are saving mandatory, and you will also be saving voluntary, because soon, once you realize this is good gospel, you will, once you overcome the 2,000 and the 1,000, you will save more. Now you need to see your statement. In your statement, today we have a firm of actuaries called Zamara. They're the ones who are administering that fund. And the fund is going to have its own governance, and the regulations are coming out. Probably in the next 2 weeks, you should be able to see that. I thought that is important because it is huko wanasema hiyo pesa itachanganyika, watalipa pending bills nayo hawana, hiyo iwezi kufanyika. You know, you've asked Hussein to answer this question, but before Hussein answers, I know it's a topical question. Why prioritize housing? there is unemployment. The reason why we are prioritizing housing is because we need to fix unemployment. You know, as I told you, please, we don't need to be Harvard economists to understand how do you create jobs. You must create a consumptive demand. You know, we talk about manufacturing. Manufacturing doesn't just fall from heaven. You must create a demand for that manufacturing. Otherwise, you're manufacturing for what? If you're doing 200,000 a year, that is $1.2 million. That's how you've created a door-making industry. And that door-making industry will hire so many Kenyans. So the question you're asking, prioritize unemployment. And government does not. The government is not the one that employs largely. We know we're the biggest employer. But the best jobs are the ones that are created by the private sector. That door-making factory is going to be done by you, Moranyano. Please, those are the opportunities that we are asking you to see. I don't know that Hussein wants to add anything on top of that, but I think he's well answered. Amimo, KBC. Yeah, so there is the issue of the statutory deduction, and there is lack of compliance sometimes in government. You know, for example, paying rates. You know, we owe each other a lot of money, all right? Okay, and that's why this thing is called a check-off system. Okay, for government is a check-off system. Okay, it is cut at source. Okay, it will be cut at source, and once it's cut at source, it is sent to the fund. So let me tell you what is the implication, because we, as the biggest employer, it is going to cost government close to 36 billion, new money that is not in the budget now as we speak, if you help us pass this bill. That goes into this chama. Okay, that money will have to be cut at source, as opposed to what you pay the kwako alafu to collect. Beautiful question about titling. This is really the elephant. There was an elephant in the room, because so many people have built houses they can't get titles. We are working tirelessly, and the president himself has committed about sorting out this issue of titling. The digitization is the only way, because there is the issue of sanctity of title, and how do you transact without having with all the stories that are there. So please support digitization. We have challenges. Some of it is because there are people who benefit from the manga business that resist it. But also we have got a lot of people, there are challenges with the system. We have been given targets by which we are going to meet. National Housing Corporation is going to administer the tenant purchase scheme. You all agree, they have administered a lot of the tenant purchase scheme. They have got the experience to be able to do that. So there is no conflict between what NHC will do. Graham from Standard. KMRC. KMRC is part of our demand side instrument. Okay? It is helping us with mortgages. Right? Because today, KMRC has a single digit fixed interest rate. So single digit means that it is not more than, it is not 10%, it is below 10%. That's the interest rate you're going to get. And it is long term. So the banks that was giving you 10 now can give you 20 years. Because Kenyan government has borrowed from the World Bank and Africa Development Bank 40 billion shillings at concessional rates. And we have gone and funded banks, okay, so that they can then advance that benefit to you. But here is the challenge, or the limitation, not the challenge. The limitation of KMRC, and that's why we need the housing fund. So they're doing separate things. Is that majority of you can still not be able to walk in the bank and qualify for a mortgage. Mortgage is defined. Because there is an eligibility criteria. In our estimation, majority of Kenyans at 5% for 30 years now. And again, majority of Kenyans understand rent. So we are saying we don't want to give Kenyans, to force a mortgage product on Kenyans on day one, okay? But they understand rent. So give them a product they understand, which is the rent, okay? But you tell them, continue paying rent, but you will own. It's much easier to explain. That's what the housing fund does, as opposed to KMRC. But it plays an important role, and it is increasing the mortgages. But the other challenge that we are addressing with the housing fund that complements KMRC is the housing fund is an off-take fund. Therefore, the off-take fund, it means that the houses need to be built first. So even if we have got that single-digit long-term mortgage at KMRC, if there are no units that are coming up that are affordable, what is going to happen? The money is just staying there. Sindio? So we need to create supply. The housing fund tells the developer, you build, use your money, you finish, I give you give me keys, I pay you. When we get this pool of houses that come in, KMRC now will come and compete and say, you have got 10,000 units that you have malized, and I have got 5,000 clients who want a mortgage. Now the supply addresses KMRC's challenge. Make sense? Thank you. And the last part is about the financiers. You know, financiers are our partners. And actually, one of the things that is being said out there is that we are messing up with the private sector. We allow the private sector. I think they have been able to demonstrate to you that the private sector solution without government intervention means we only address for 3% of the country. That is the truth. So, banks are going to be the biggest beneficiaries of this plan. Why? They're going to be the biggest beneficiaries because now they can finance construction finance. They can focus on construction finance because banks, remember, when you take a project, what's the first thing they assess? Risk, isn't it? The biggest risk is payment. Am I going to get paid? If I give you 1 billion to build units, utanilipa. That's why they say build 30% kwanza ukuje nikupatia kitu kidogo kama dawa namna hiyo. Sasa if from July we have 9 billion. Na wewe ni developer, uende kwa bank uambie, by the way, I have been given a contract kwenda kujenga pale Kihacha in Migori 1,000 units. Ile boma yangu certify is this correct? Na iko off-take plan, hii off-take certificate. Wananiambia ni build as long as I stick to the rules, watanilipa in next year June. What do you think the bank is going to do? It will advance you the money today for you to go build at scale and faster. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much and God bless you. And please walk with us on this journey. And by the way, and for whatever you do, please, because you're mainstream media, we are always available. And call us out, please. We're not saying don't call us out. If you don't understand, please do the same thing. Lakini tafadhali, don't be peddlers. Na wale jamaa wengine mkuwaidha huko pia mna balance kidogo. Wanatuchapa huko then ile kazi and because this is for the good of the country. Right?
Umesikia kikombe hivi kiasi nani?
Thank you. I think that question was answered Lawrence twice. Actually the story about how for owning the homes. It's about a deliberate decision by the president to intervene in creation of employment. How many? I just read some statistics for you. 3 to 5 direct jobs, about 8 indirect jobs for every housing unit that's going to be done. Again, we are linking our MSMEs. So many of these inputs will be ring-fenced for Juakali, local Juakali artisans. If we are going, I mean, as the PS said, there'll be the program for taking 200 units per constituency. We expect the inputs to be made by MSMEs or Juakali artisans in that constituency. We are working via PPP. Okay, again, the bigger projects will be via PPP, that is full and direct investment. And that is why initially I had said, this is all interlinked. And the president campaigned based on a manifesto that is still alive and you can read. And the people voted on the president based on the manifesto. The manifesto itself was a product of a year or more, I think, of the economic forums. Do you remember that? When the president used to go around the country and talk to people and listen to them. You have seen products of those economic forums and what he was told. There was a big problem with Shiloh. Remember during the debate, what did the president do? So that you understand that these are not things that are coming out of the people. This is coming from the people. These are the people needs that the president is trying to address. We have the Hustler Fund. He launched it within 100 days. Okay, to sort out that problem. We now talking about a housing problem in the country and how we'll create jobs, create incomes, and even for our TVET institutions and the TVET graduates, we'll have ready jobs waiting for them. Yes, and they actually integrated in this program, the housing program. And that is why I said our priorities, because you talked about why housing as a priority. When I started, I said we have 5 priorities where we want to intervene for Kenyans: cost of living, creating jobs, improving revenues, enhancing our foreign exchange, and inclusive growth. Look at which will be delivered by 5 pillars: agriculture and agribusiness, MSMEs, development, housing and settlement, digital superhighway, digital economy, and UHC. All our interventions and what we are doing are actually going to address those priorities. From all that the BS are saying in housing, we are creating employment. That is priority taken care of in terms of jobs. Another priority we are saying we'll improve foreign exchange, FDIs, through the PPP. Another thing we are saying is enterprises for MSMEs. All those is part of the priorities, and all these 5 key pillars that the president is going of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda are going to address these priorities. About health, the president will soon launch the product universal healthcare coverage. It will be a paradigm shift on how healthcare is being delivered in the country, with specific, much emphasis on primary healthcare. But we'll leave that to the president to announce soon. Jen Gwain will get you these details, but very quickly, we talked about 36,000 and next 2 units that the president has launched. You'll be seeing him going around launching these units. Mukuru, 13,000. Kibera Soweto B, 4,054. Mavoko, Affordable Housing Project, 5,360. Sarai Affordable Housing Project, 6,750. Shorimoyo A, Affordable Housing Project, 3,848. Ruiru Affordable Housing, 1,050 units. Homa Bay Affordable Housing Project, 2,000 units. There are more coming. The PS is working closely, of course, with the president. This Makongeni will soon be launched, and Thika. And we'll share all these details with you. So finally, I just want to say one more thing. Of course, we will keep engaging you on this matter of housing and the other key pillars of our agenda. Finally, as you may already be aware, the National Holidays Awareness Programs now take place a week before the national holiday itself. So the commemoration of the Madaraka Day will be held in Embu on June 1st, 2023. That is next week, you're all aware, with the overarching theme being MSMEs, cooperatives, trade, and revenue. The sub-theme for the event will focus on empowering enterprises, and on Friday, 26th June, that is the day after tomorrow, President Ruto will launch the Citizen Engagement Program by inaugurating a week-long expo which will bring together 350 exhibitors representing MSMEs, cooperatives, as well as trade and revenue sectors in Embu County. Thank you so much for your participation. We hope this will now be reported with accuracy and be engaging you more and more about our key pillars. Asante sana. Thank you.
Bwana mama nikipiga 8. Wallahi napiga 8 kani mbaya. Hii sasa si ndio ya mwisho. Kwa natambua nini? Nataka kuua 8. Lakini na mimi nikikosa so. Yani ile kikosi nataka kuunda. Kwa mnaisikia hiyo kikosi mnatoroa. Nataka kumaliza season na kikosi mbwaki.
Napiga mimi say kwa chini. Au piga mimi say.
Nitapiga 8. Nakwambia saa hii sitambui.
Ndio nitakuwa.
Iko vile itakuwa kwa hiyo show.
Sasa nakushika. Ndio nakushika. Tomais.
-8 tunakula lakini hesabu zangu zikiingiana hamtaona hiyo effects. Yangu hata si saa kipepo. Yangu ni kikrop.
Ni kikrop.
Kikrop. Napiga nilikuwa nimepigwa red huko. Niko red huko juu.
Napiga watu. At least
si wawili. Sina wame nitapika watatu. Nikule 8.
Jae kivu.
Ni Mungu. Mtu aze unanunua mtu aze kwani wewe ni mjinga.
Kivu sio kwa sababu mbaya. Ni chick.
Calvary Church. Saliba arudi ni season. Lakini niliamini Saliba alikuwa anatubeba.
Saliba. Kwa nini?
Unajua venye alitoka bana, hiyo ndio kikombe ilienda hiyo. Lakini jamaa ni mjinga, eh?
Gabriel ni fake.
Gabriel ni fake man.
Wala.
Hakuna kwezi kuwa na effect ya Gabriel venye ilikuwa Saliba. Benoita hizi.
Alitolewa Beno mtomo msema.
Msia yaani yeye alikuwa anatokwa tu.
Sasa. Kama mara. Sasa wale msiponunua watakuwa.
Hao nasikia ati wana drink na cancel. Cancel haiwezi.
Sasa anadai kwenda
Baka. Sasa akafanya nini huko? Huko atafukuzwa. Jo Baka watakange au mara Baka wanafanya nini?
Wanataka kana
wenye hajui kudefend.
Na kunde anateta. Kunde, unajua kunde? Anateta hizo za right back.
Ndo walikuwa wamefosiwa right back.
Ndio ndio cancel.
Like so kauli yako nini? Ako free, ako kwa market.
Auzi lakini alikuwa anateta. Hizo za right back.
Kwa lakini wako na watu wengi. Hii ndio shida ya Barcelona, naona hata wanaenda broke.
Sasa kwa Barcelona sasa hii tempo alipotumia achukua Frank.
Namba 6.
Au Frank Kessie?
Nimemuona. Ni namba 6 ama ni nani?
I think
6.
I think ni 6.
Huyu jamaa amecheza mpaka nini? Si alicheza. Mwenye alicheza ni nini Mose? Ivato.
Maliza Ivato.
Gay. Kin.
Kin. Sakesi.
Okay. Watu nilikuwa na confused.
Bwana ni nice. Lakini baada ni hizo makanika.
Na mzee achezi.
Mante, sisi kuna shida sisi na Baka na nini. Kama mzee. Mzee. Kila mtu anadai kwenda Baka sisi ndio. Ndio mzee. Ndio.
Wewe kwani ungekuwa mchezaji huwezi itaka kwenda Baka?
Baka ijai.
Hakuna, wewe unasema hivyo. Wewe unasema hivyo juu kwa hapa.
Wasikie niende bila. Baka ijai.
Wewe ni fan wa Real, si ndio?
Cheza.
Wewe ni fan wa Real. Si ndio?
Mimi si fan wa yote.
Wewe ni fan.
Mimi nataka kuwatch. Mimi nataka kuwatch. Mimi ni Real msema.
Mimi uko fan wa Baka.
Sasa naona ni fan. Sasa mimi niko neutral.
Mbona neutral hapa?
Kijana nishi.
Huwezi kuwa neutral. Sasa wewe shida yao wakona tamaa wanaenda huko kazi yao iishe. Ndio watacheza
na Vinicius.
Hao watu. Akina Neves hao wanaenda huko watacheza wapi?
Hawezi.
Yeye atatoa Frank nani? Ule Frank the job.
Busquets ametoka. Busquets ametoka.
Sasa Busquets ametoka. Si already wako na hiyo bench yao ni mbaya.
Wana CBM.
Nani anachezanga wapi?
Kuna mamiti.
Ule Frank the job.
CM center mid. Hawana CBM center defensive mama.
Sasa unadhani watacheza na nani? Wata change formation yao juu ya nani?
Lazima wanunue mtu wao. Kwa CBM lazima wanunue.
Watanunua mtu lakini hawatamtumia.
Watamtumia.
Once na wale kama unaenda kucheza ni
replace Busquets. Ndio na replace Busquets.
Hapana.
Sina kwambia bro.
Nani si wanachezanga bila CDM?
Nani?
Back
Anza 4-3-3.
4-3-3.
Yeah. 4-3-3. 4-3.
Hapa katikati kwa nani alikuwa anacheza?
Katikati wapi?
Frank de Jong.
Pedri ama Gavi. Na Busquets.
Wote wawili ni manini? Pedri na nini CM?
Ni CM eh.
So hakuna CDM.
Hakuna CDM.
Oh.
Pia KC ni CM.
Lakini yeye anaweza shika CDM.
Anaweza lakini hatakuwa comfortable.
Nani?
Mark.
Azi.
Sasa kwa CDM
lazima kurudi nsa.
CDM. Nalai Madison pia.
Nani? Madison alikuja si
kwa mebo.
Hakuna. Anaweza kuja amke tena.
Unajua vile tunataka na Madison na Odegaard timu moja.
Si ndio? Sio ndo tamu. Kwanza Madison atoe nani?
Kaita nice. Kwa ngumu kwenu.
Hakuna.
Mnatunga formation gani?
Sisi. Sisi pia sisi ni 4-3-3. Tunacheza na defense wanne. Hapa katikati pati CDM. Odegaard side, Shaka side nyingine. Alafu winga wawili na striker namba 9.
Then 4-3-1
kuna 4-3-1 hapana. Si tuko na winga wetu anacheza poa.
Nakwambia 4-3-1.
Angalia hapo kwa dish ndio kwa ile. Yaani unabisha mimi na mimi ndio mwenye timu.
Sikia lakini inakaa ni kama za 4-3-1.
Hii si 4-3-3. Sasa tunarungo tunabisha.
Lakini inakaa 4-3-1.
Hapa.
Zokiaje 4 Shaka Pata 3 Odegaard umse Odegaard na Saka hivi na 1.
Huko na joke. Si tunacheza na nini? Tunacheza ya V yenye iko na attacking. Ama unasema aje? Si tuko na attacking midfielder.
Wale mnatazama hivi.
Tunacheza hivi.
Ile game msa anapanda ndani, si ndio?
Huyu mzee uingia hapa ndani.
Msa anapanda kwa msa anashuka.
Sasa hawa hawakaangi kwa wings. Wanakaa hapa katikati. Inakaa something like this wako hivi. Hapana, kuna 3-3-1 hapa.
Victoria Alliance 4 ino 4
2 nani na nani?
Shaka na Thomas.
Hakuna Shaka kaangi nini? Unajua za shida ujue. Shaka sasa achezi nini? CDM. Anacheza nini?
Sasa hapo ni Odegaard.
Anacheza namba 8, anacheza the same place na Odegaard.
Umse?
Anacheza namba 8.
So ni V.
Ni V. Hapa kwa pivot ndo nani hapo? Jorginho ama nani? Huyu namba 10. Tunacheza hivi V.
Sasa niko na frame na 4-2.
Hapana, huyu hapa nani ndo hapo. Hapa ni Jorginho ama Pate. Alafu sasa hapa nani wanachezanga iko. Shaka kwa hapa nani hapo ndio dafa. Inakuwa ngapi?
Inaonekaniwa basi.
Si kuonekaniwa. Yaani wewe
unapatikana mahali na hiyo formation. Ndio mngekausha tu imagine mngekausha hiyo. Mpaka ukausha hiyo. 4-2-3-1. Ndio ndio. Odegaard ni mse. Shaka na Pate washikilie tu hiyo. Kauka.
Ama Jorginho.
Kauka nao.
Anga hata sometimes tunafaa kucheza Shaka, Pati, Jorginho. Wote ni CM. Hakuna EM.
Hakuna rais.
Mnakaza hapo katikati kwanza. Alafu sasa huko mbele. Si hapa wings tuko na mawinga. Watu wanatoka teke.
Ni hivyo.
Alafu sasa pale 9. Mnaangusha tu mtu ako na akili kama Butita.
Sivyo ndo nani anacheza? Sivyo ndo mwenyewe anacheza. Kauka hapo na wawili. Hivyo 3-3 siku hizi.
Hivyo 3-3 ibani. Nani alikuwa anacheza na 433? Alikuwa anacheza sijui na 5. Nani au Wenga. Wenga alikuwa anacheza midu ya watu sijui 5.
Sio formation. Ndio formation tu. Kukauka hapo
nao. Hii nao ni kali. Hii ya Brighton. Hii ndo hapo nao. Tena huko tu ni mambio. Tu hapa huko ni mambio. Alafu ile pasi ya vuto hapa. Pasi inapigwa huko katikati. Yaani pasi inapigwa inakuja kwa makazi straight. Lakini information yao ni mbaya. Tena sio na tena nzuri na sio wanajua. Unaweza kufanya long pass, short pass, interception. Ndio nakosa strong team ya Brighton. Sana sijui msa anacheza hapa, msa anacheza hapa. Lakini nani ni boba. Nsiso. Nsiso hapo hiyo game ya juzi. Ulikuwa na Nsiso? Sitakuwa na naye. Nsiso is very nice. Anakuwa na pressure mingi. Kukimbia. Lakini ni kijana. Ni kijana. Kukimbia kuna timu kukimbia. Kama kidogo mchanga. Lakini hakuna potential. Hakuna potential hapana. Ni ile tu naamka tu. Ni kama ile yenye sana maana aliona kwa sana. Alianza anacheza na information. Kwa gani? Pesta. Lakini kwa nini kauka kiasi. Mzafikishi bodi. Sushi. Msemo na mshika. Mwingine ni shimo huyo akbono. Msemo kimshika iseme mekili. Yeye ni CDM. Ama ni CDM. Lakini sasa hii CDM zitakuwa mingi. Lakini anaweza cheza hata CM. Sasa mchange kwa hiyo kuna information kununua. Sasa imagine nimeshikilia mse na party. Odega hapo. Maisha. Tunacheza na watu moja huko. Kimoja tu. Lakini sasa shida mtu nakaa na nia hizi kaa hapo. Labda mcheze hii formation na nani? Ngeti. Sasa hizi shikilia. Sasa hizi. Sasa napenda kwenda huko. Mara ameenda. Sasa labda hapo Nkete ndio anaweza fanya. Lakini ningeshika Isaac. Ningeshika Isaac ingekuwa dangerous. Sasa shida ni injury. Huyu jana alikuja akakaa na isipokuwa na injury jamani mbaya. Jamaa angekuwa na video venye Yususa na video. Angekuwa top scorer. Sasa najua atakuwa 23 years. 23 kijana. Hapo ungekuwa umeshikilia vibaya. Mambili wako. Martinez. Alimnunua haji hawa. Alimnunua kitambo. Sasa alimnunua kitambo. Hapana. Walimnunua tukimta. Unajua tuliambiwa pesa ngapi? 70. Bonga leo ilikuwa pesa ngapi? 70. Sijui labda walinunua 77. 58. Sasa that for 50. Ano alimuuza 58. Na sisi walikuwa wanatuishia 70 ba. Allah, Newcastle spent upfront 68. 68. You'd get 27. Juu ya Hado, sunoni nafika 73. So 75 kumbe 75. So basi waliongeza pesa mingi juu yake. Na ujue bado juu wamequalify watalipa Hado huko. Hapo lazima. Lakini basi Sociedad inatoa. Si ndio hata iko na Zubeida? Sio alichapa nani jana? Sio alichapa Barcelona jana. Dia Sociedad alichapa Barcelona jana. They are Valladolid. Ni team number 16. Sisi tulikuwa tunaona pivi na Dida. Sasa David Nikabe nini alifanya? Nottingham. Walitugonga wakabaki kwa ligi. Bana. Lakini yeye ndio mkono. Lakini kwa timu. Usimbe umsa aliongea bana. Sema tumeshaisha. Sio ukishasema hivyo. Ati alisema aje? Ligi imeshaisha. Vile mlilose. Vile si. Mlilose. Tulipigwa. Kuna game fulani hapa hivi. Ile ya mbele ile ya mbele ya Nottingham. Kabla ya Nottingham. Sijia Brighton tuligonga. Ligi imeshaisha. Lakini usikina nani predict? Nani? Gary Neville. Alisema the last 9 games. Hiyo
experience tunapata
kushikilia ndo hatuwezi bana. Lakini nani ndo alituuza? Ateta.
Same team.
Alafu tena wasio washachoka. Unaona kana nani? Martinez replacement iko bana.
Ziani wa quality.
Sawa, hatutaki quality sisi. Tunataka at least sawa, hatuna replacement quality. Siku na game ile unajua wewe ni rahisi. Si ngumu sana. Unaweka mtu kaa Saka bench. Unaanza unarusha mtu kaa Trosa Adoko ama Nelson. Wewe unasema ashine hiyo game. Si ndio? Unasema ashine hiyo game. Lakini wewe
umepewa opportunity lazima atake.
Yeah.
Asipotek sana ndo
juu hii ni season inaisha, lazima atake. Kama ile ya Bournemouth alitake.
Kweli.
Ni hapo ndo alinibu.
Hapa anataka kuchange. Lakini usikini first time sana.
Kuna mambo na first.
Lakini amekana Pep for too long kuongeza
vitu. Hakuna kitu amelangwa jamani.
Enrico Tieno. Well, Maish, I've never wronged you, Maish, man. I've never wronged you. But I can be your what? Can make you wet. Wesedo. Nani kwa hapa Nyagoda? Ni Kevin sama Cedric.
Cedric?
Mwenye alikuwa hapa?
Maishi.
Wewe Maishi. Kwani unataka kukimbia marathon? Unataka kukimbia marathon? Marathon. Wadiri kawewa rongi. Satana na mimi. Mtanimaliza. Wewe Mark. Kazi ya Derek ni kurongo watu.
This blender will help you blend your fruits, make your smoothies, and maybe something good for your kids too.